Hello guys, today we are meeting Devansh Jain and you'll be happy to know that he has converted IIT Mumbai MBA program. Congratulations Devansh.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Pleasure being here.
So how are you feeling after getting into this wonderful institute? Rank is almost top 10 and for an engineer it is a dream.
Definitely, sir. 2018's dreams coming true in 2024. So exhilarated.
So you must be willing to get into an IIT Mumbai when you were preparing for your BTech.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. So that's what I said. 2018's dream is coming true in 2024. It's been 6 long years, but the wait is finally over. Joining the college which I wanted to since the very beginning of my academic journey. So
great.
Exhilarating.
So before moving further, please tell quick profile of yours, like what you have done or how was your 10th, 12th
Sure,
everything.
Right. So I completed my 10th and 12th from Indore, CH EdgeMakers International School. Got a 9.6 CGPA in 10th, crossed 90% marks in 12th. Went for mechanical engineering in IIT Bombay. Passed in 2022 with a CGE of 8.7, close to 8.7 GPA. Then went on to ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India, working as a planning and operations manager there for last 2 years. So it was a placement offer from campus. So again, was really happy to get that. Then CAT 2023 was my target because I had to move on from technical journey to the managerial side. So I had to steer my car. Took an attempt in 2023 thanks to CH EdgeMakers and the entire faculty fraternity here and the support staff that scored 19.6 percentile, got into the dream college which I wanted to, and here I am.
Great. So let's begin with the whole interview process because this particular session is about helping people understand the interview process of IIT Mumbai so that any aspirant can take bits out of this particular interview and can understand and apply.
Right.
So how did the process start?
So initially we were divided into 2 slots of interviews, the forenoon slot and the afternoon slot. I got the afternoon slot. So
and your interview took place at the campus only?
Yes, it was an offline in-campus, in-person interview.
Okay.
So we were to be present at the campus at the time of our interviews. My interview took place on 10th of March 2024 on the campus. I do remember the date because it's important to me. As I said, we were into 2 slots. So I got the afternoon slot. I had my first half free. So we were allowed to roam around the campus if we wanted to. There was cafeterias, we could grab a snack or whatever. Once the interview process started, so we were to go into one of the auditoriums, get our documents and other certificates checked by the placement team and admissions team. So it was very routine process for them. Once we were done with our verification, we were asked to sit and wait for our particular interview slots. Then as and when the time came, so we were asked to move out to the interview rooms. So my interview was close to 10th or 12th in serial number.
Okay.
When after the verification. Then once I was inside the interview room, there weren't any questions from my profile or from my CV or documents. The entire interview ran very verbal and very dynamic. It was. I got 3 male interviewers.
Okay.
So that's panelist. The age range was from a research assistant to a senior professor faculty at SJM. So all the 3 of them were quite experienced in their domain. The interview started really well. Just to break the ice, tell us something about yourself, where are you from, and so on.
The first question was that only.
Yeah. So to begin with, just to break the ice, it was. I don't think it had much to do with the whole interview. It was just to make me comfortable. I could gauge that sense of comfort there in that question.
So they were not making it a stress interview.
Yes, they weren't into the grilling mode, as we say. So it was very easy going of an interview. The questions revolved mostly around my academic background and my professional journey.
Okay.
So they didn't touch much of the static GK or current affairs. I was asked about the CAA Act because it was very recent at that time. So there was one question from the general awareness.
So largely current affairs, there was only CAA.
CAA,
nothing much. Okay.
Just to make the interview more comfortable, there was one question from my hobbies. I had written table tennis as one of my hobbies to play. So I was asked who was the current seed one player in Indian table tennis fraternity.
Were you able to answer?
Yes, most definitely, sir. She was 𝗪𝗲𝗁𝗂. Now I changed to Shrija.
Yes.
So, yeah, I do follow my passion. So it was nothing which I wrote just to make the interviewer happy. It was all genuine in my profile, so I didn't much to worry.
Okay. So, largely 2-3 questions. Any behavioral question where they were able to gauge, they wanted to gauge your analytical skills or let's say your personality per se?
No, sir. There wasn't much of behavioral question, as we say, that what are your opinions on this? Apart from the one on the CAA, there weren't much opinionated questions.
Okay.
So it was mostly related pertaining to my academics and my professional journey. So questions from my organization, because my organization was a more acquisition of another one. So it was their history that was asked. What was the act under which acquisition takes place in India? What was the history? What was the reasons for acquisition? Why the other company failed or whatever? So I wouldn't say it was static GK or current affairs. It's just that those issues were pertaining to me particularly.
So awareness related to your domain,
your particular
your
domain.
company.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
So that was
any bouncer here? Any question which you felt like how come they asked it?
The act particularly under which the acquisitions take place in India was something which I didn't anticipate and didn't see coming. So because I, to be very honest, I didn't know the acts under which the legalities of the acquisitions basically. So I had to go and straight up say no, that I'm sorry, I'm not able to answer the particular act under which the acquisition did take place.
Okay, if someone has a work ex, what will be your suggestions? What all they should prepare based on your interview experience?
To start with, their domain or their KRAs in which they were working, the company's history, I would say a brief history about the owners, if at all there is a very peculiar history to it, such as an acquisition or any a particular act which or any other news in which the organization was in highlights.
Something recent, what's going on with the organization,
right? So that
changes they wish to bring.
Definitely.
Okay.
So that would be something which an interviewee should take care of. Apart from that, from WorkX point of view, whatever you've been doing for the last how many years, it's that which is going to
come. What all questions they ask from your WorkX?
So as I mentioned, I was working in the steel industry. So difference between grey steel and green steel. And since it was interview from an IIT, I anticipated the technical question. So I was most assured that these questions are gonna come. I was even revising my metallurgy in a bit.
Okay.
So yeah. Difference between grey steel, green steel. Again, there was one question which was sort of a googly that about waste management of steel industries.
Okay.
So there is something which even as an employee we don't consider much while working in the organization. So how does the steel waste is managed, or how does the organization take care of it? What are the laws or which under which the industry has to take care of the waste of?
Okay.
So that is something which was again not anticipated by me. I reckon I'll not be able to answer that if it weren't for my experience in the field. So next up was your particular KRAs. What are you into? Questions from that. As I said, planning and operations. So what is CAPEX? What is OPEX? These are certain questions which we all do know that they are going to come. So those questions. Rest is very easy.
Okay. Anything else that they ask apart from all these? Anything about your family or the from Indore?
Surprisingly, not a single question apart from my entire professional background or academic background. So.
And how long did the interview last?
Close to 15 minutes.
15
That was
around
maximum. Yeah. I couldn't keep a track on my watch, but roughly around 15 minutes. So it was a very quick and very comfortable interview.
And what was the last question, if you remember? Something like, do you wish to ask something?
No, there weren't any questions. The last two questions I remember again were from my domain, the working domain. One was, what gives your organization a competitive edge over the others, or other competitors in your field? And could India become the largest exporter of steel, surpassing China? If yes, why? If not, why not? So Those were
Yeah,
the
good
live
question.
questions.
Good question from your domain,
Domain.
basically.
Pertaining to my domain, yes.
Okay, great.
And the interview was over there by then. So no ending questions or tail end questions which we expect.
So after the interview, could you able to sense that you will be selected or what?
I'd be lying if I say that I was very confident about my selection. So there was definitely a hesitation inside that whether that one question which I was not able to answer and I had to say no, because if I were to ponder upon and keep thinking, that wasn't gonna help. So there was one question which I couldn't answer, the Act 1. So again, there were questions which I fumbled on. There were times when I thought took some time to think about that. Definitely did hesitate, and even took chances that I was calculating my chances whether would I be able to make the cut or not. But a senior outside from the admissions team went up to him, talked to him about my interview, and he said, "You have good chances. Don't worry. If not in the first list, maybe in the upcoming lists, you might be in the waiting. You might be in the wait list. Might convert in upcoming or subsequent lists. So do keep your hopes high."
Good. You got selected.
Yes, sir. So the first time, which was when the first list came, I was again put into wait list. A little disheartened that I couldn't make the cut in the first list, but yes, didn't give up my hopes on the institute. Took my chances. Each and every list came out. Each and every time the list came out, there was an excitement inside, and a little hesitation again that is this the list? Is this the list?
You made it.
Yes, so most definitely.
So it's a journey from IIM Trichy to IIT Mumbai.
Yes, sir. Because I had to join institute, I couldn't take a drop. I couldn't afford to take a drop here, and I had already resigned from my organization, so even that window was closed for time being. So I had to take a call.
That's good. In fact, you have got into a very good institute.
Definitely. Thanks to the entire team here at CH EdgeMakers, because the confidence which we gained, post our CAT exam, the last 3 to 4 months from December to March was the change maker, as we say, because that was a time when we had our CGA classes, our mock PIs, GD preparations, and not only just practicals but also the theories which go into it. And this is something which I don't think much of the aspirants would have access to, and I do wish each and everyone do, but it's the sad reality. But to be very honest, I'm really grateful to the entire team here at CH EdgeMakers, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, I know you are going to rock.
Thank you so much.
That's it. We have met Devansh, and we have really understood how was the interview process, and I really hope you must have learned out of it. Thank you so much.